Siddharth, and today I'm presenting you a project which I've been working for quite a time now, and I'm calling it Protolabs. And you might have seen a lot of AI videos, AI demo videos of applications which are basically stitching up together different frameworks using LangChain, using CrewAI, using a vector database somewhere here, somewhere there. But this is a different one. And let's see. The actual reality of most applications, especially in AI, is that they are sitting on top of someone else's framework, and due to which you lose visibility, you lose control, and debugging becomes a guesswork, right? So, Protolabs is an answer to that, and it's a fully controlled orchestration system. And let's see what it has. So, it's basically built on some of the fundamental first principles of an LLM, how it actually works. So, an LLM basically works through the right context, and there's a chain layer in an LLM. When you see, chains are basically chain of thought execution that a LLM can be prompted um, by giving multiple small inputs, and then it would be able to process those entire things. So I've got a basic chat chain, a rack chat chain, and in the sooner later processes, I'll be adding a research agent, workflow orchestration, and many more. Then basically, coming to the second point about the models, Proto also offers you multi-model orchestration. That means that you can use local LLMs. As you can see here, we have got local provider, which basically provides you with the local LLM capability that you just can use a local LLM. Right now, for this particular case, we are using Gemma 4, which is Google's latest model, which was dropped on Ollama, and I'm using that for the same. I've got OpenAI provider as well and Open Router provider as well that we can use in order for controlling the cost. Like for testing purposes, you can just use the local ones. For a deployment purpose, you can just go for a Open Router, Open API, and this can be extensible, right? You just write one more uh, provider file, and then you're good to go. Then we come back to another point about how easy it is to actually switch between different models. So right now in this one, uh, I'm using Olama, and this is what we are going to see. Okay, so let's see on the front end part how it actually goes. So this particular application is going to show us how I'll be able to actually upload a document and what is going to happen in the process. So as soon as I upload a file, and the file which I am using is a real estate Outlook PDF, um, the orchestration layer actually starts processing in the background. Okay, and what it actually does, it does all the things like ingesting and passing the document. It chunks and creates embeddings, and then the retrieval preparation actually starts. And here, if you see the logs as well, you'll be able to see that I just uploaded the document, and the total number of chunks that was created was 60, and the ingestion got completed. And we now have 60 different embeddings which are going to be used in the later process while I'm going to do the document search. So now let's directly look into how we will be able to chat with this application. So I'll go into the chat, I'll hit a new chat endpoint, and let's ask this about JJL itself. Like this particular entire document is related to JJL, so let's ask it. Explain me about JJL and what they do. So I'll ask, and actually it's actually hitting my local LLM instance itself, and it's actually running there, and it's gonna provide me the results. Let's wait for them until it comes. All right, so you see there I've got the answer, and honestly the chat UI is not the magic here. The real differentiator is the orchestration that's happening underneath. There is no hidden framework, no abstraction, and it gives you control over everything that you're doing. So I can see literally what the execution context was actually thrown inside the LLM, and then after that, how many injected chunks were there, what is the provider, and also I can see how what's the overall length of the token output. And this is something that you get when you purchase some of the different framework providers, or either you don't get the full context or control. And sometimes it gets messier when you want to use your own local LLMs, and it gets very difficult. So not AI features are stacked on top of each other here. It's a simple, clean, raw framework built from scratch, and this is what Proto is all about. In the later videos, I'll be showing more about how the entire structure and the architecture is set up, and what are the different elements that goes into it, and many more in the coming videos. Thank you for today.